my crafty friends. Ooh, it is definitely Christmas time, and it is definitely time to start making some DIY crafts with supplies that I got from the Dollar Tree. Most of these projects and all that you're going to see today are made from Dollar Tree supplies. How about we go make some Dollar Tree crafts?
It all just goes away. The things I plan to say, oh baby.
Okay, for our first project, we're gonna make a gingerbread house using Dollar Tree doll houses. So I have 2 of these Dollar Tree doll houses, and I'm going to cut those little end pieces off. Those end pieces, I believe, are to connect them together, but we don't need them for this project. So once I get them lined up, then I'm gonna use some big craft sticks, and I'm going to cut one down to the size of the roof. Then using my hot glue gun, I'm going to put some glue on the back of one side of the craft sticks, and then I'm going to secure it to the top. This is going to join both houses together. And then I'm going to continue this process wherever there are seams on the dollhouse. So there's another side of the roof. And then when you're on the side, like the house side, it works really well just to put some hot glue on and then smooth it down. Now once I had the dollhouse all pieced together, then I just painted it with some tan paint. And this is just acrylic paint. I did end up going back and doing 3 coats of paint to get a nice solid covering of paint so that none of that plastic showed through. And then I found this puffy paint at the Dollar Tree. And anywhere that was raised, I went ahead and painted it with the puffy paint. And you can make your own designs if you want to, but I just wanted to follow the pattern that was already basically laid out for me on this dollhouse. So I just continued the process, covering everything with the white puffy paint. Covering up all of those raised lines with the white puffy paint. It makes it super easy because you're basically just tracing along the pattern. And as you can see, just by following the pattern of what was already there, it looks pretty good. Next, while the puffy paint was still wet, I took some iridescent glitter and I just put that right on top of the paint. And I just worked in sections of the house. And here is the end result. Look at this adorable little gingerbread house that I made using 2 Dollar Tree doll houses, some puffy paint, and some glitter. Okay, this one is so easy. So these are 6 by 6 inch wooden signs, and I liked that size. So I just took the signs and I poured on some red acrylic paint. And the color of this red is called True Red. It's pretty bright, as you can see. Now, while I was painting this, I think you can see I'm using my left hand and I'm right-handed. Well, that's because I had surgery on my right shoulder, so I'm not really supposed to be using my right hand actively. So it's going to be a little bit awkward, but this just shows you how easy it is to do this project. Now it did end up taking 4 coats of that paint to totally cover up the wording that's underneath because it's in black and it kept showing through. One way to get around that would be to paint everything black first and then go back and paint it red. Once I had that done, I took some of these snowflakes, this Dollar Tree snowflake garland, and I separated each of the snowflakes. Now all of the snowflakes are identical. Next, using some Dollar Tree wood glue, I took 2 of the snowflakes and put one right on top of the other. This is just going to make the snowflake a little bit bigger and a little bit more 3D. And for the second snowflake, no 2 snowflakes are alike, so I just moved the top snowflake a little bit over top of the lower snowflake so it gives a little bit more dimension. And then once my signs were dry, I just played around a little bit with my snowflakes. I really like that. Then using the Dollar Tree wood glue, I secured 1 snowflake to each of those signs. Super cute and super easy holiday art for the wall or even as a shelf sitter. Okay, so I had one of these Harvest Wishes signs from Dollar Tree. I also had this wire-edged ribbon and a Dollar Tree Christmas tree along with a couple of candles from the Dollar Tree. So I didn't want to paint this, but I really like this buffalo plaid. I think that's what that's called on the ribbon. And I just used some glue and I secured the ribbon to the Harvest Wishes sign upside down, of course, as you can see. And I did use a little bit of hot glue right in the center just to get that instant stick. But this ribbon works perfectly for this sign. It's almost like it was made for it. So I just went ahead and secured the ribbon all the way around that Harvest Wishes sign. And this is going to be the base of my project. You don't have to get fancy, you don't have to have a perfect paint job when you have ribbon like this. And then I took 3 of those Dollar Tree candles and I secured them to the inside of the sign. Now on the center candle, I took the center hang-up piece from the Harvest Wishes sign, and this made it a little bit taller for the center candle. So that way my candles are a little bit different height. And then I took the Dollar Tree Christmas tree and just broke it apart. I took all of the branches off the tree. This is not, the greatest faux evergreen material, but if you don't have anything else, this will work in a pinch. It also works really well as a base for whatever you're going to be doing. I'm just going to secure a few of these branches in between each of the candles. Now I don't want to secure anything on top of the candles because I want to be able to remove them and take the battery out because they don't have an off switch. Then I just took some faux greenery that I had and cut things down a little bit and just randomly placed it around the candles so that it'll be hanging over and it'll be kind of like a candle centerpiece. And here is how my Dollar Tree centerpiece turned out. I think it looks really cute. It was super easy to make and really fast too. All right, for the next project, I've got this candle holder from the Dollar Tree, and then I think this is actually a candle holder as well. So I went ahead and painted each of these pieces with white chalk paint. I find that it's easier to paint the pieces when they're separate from each other rather than once it's become one piece. And if you don't have chalk paint, you could totally paint this with spray paint as well. And once my pieces were dry, then I took some E6000 and I put it on top of the taller candlestick. And then I took that flat plate and put it on top of the candlestick. The E6000 will make it so that it's a permanent bond. Then I took a little bit more chalk paint and just made sure that everything was nice and coated. Now, while that was drying, I used a few things from the Dollar Tree, like the charger, and then I had these faux greenery pieces and faux poinsettias. So I just put those onto the charger. Then I put my candlestick that I made with one of my favorite candles. And just like that, I've made a centerpiece. And speaking of gold chargers, I'm going to take this gold charger along with this container that I got from the Dollar Tree, and we're going to make another type of centerpiece. So the Dollar Tree has these flickering votive candles that are LED, and I'm just testing them all out to make sure they all work. So far, 3 are working, 4, 5, and 6. Yes, all 6 of them worked. So what I did was take 3 of those little votive lights and put it in the bottom of the container. And next, I just layered in a bunch of different pine cones that I already had. I think I got these at Hobby Lobby when they were on sale. So I want to still be able to see the flickering lights from the candles, but I don't want to see the candles so much. So I just kind of stacked everything and layered the pine cones up to the top of the container. And then using some more faux greenery, I just put that around the base. And put a little bit of pine garland around that. And now I've created a very nice pine centerpiece with a bunch of pine cones that kind of twinkle because of the candles. But it's completely safe. All right, so now we're going to use the tumbling tower blocks to make some little mini signs. So I just took 4 tumbling tower blocks and glued them together. Then using this Flameco red, I painted every side of the tumbling tower blocks. Now, if you've never made Christmas ornaments with the tumbling tower blocks, you really need to try it this year. There are so many different variations of different ornaments and things that you can make with these blocks. It's just incredible. So for mine, this is going to basically be a frame of a sign. And I really like that Flameco red. It's very pretty. It's very Christmassy. And once my tumbling tower block frames had dried, I found these super cute little Christmas sayings and I printed them on cardstock. And then using some Dollar Tree wood glue, I put some wood glue on the back of the frame, and then I just made sure I had the bright and the deer inside the frame. And then I repeated the process for the other one that I had made. And this one is a deer and it says Merry. Get it? Merry and bright? And again, I just put that frame right around my little picture. And once they were dry, I cut off the remaining cardstock from the back of the frame. And then I used a little bit more of that Flameco red paint, and I just painted the edges because I don't want to have any of that cardstock being white. I don't want that to show through. So I just went around both of my signs a couple of times just to make sure everything was nice and uniform and everything was red. I find when you pay attention to these little details, it makes the biggest impact on your project. There's my little signs. And here they are with my fancy little hot cocoa decoration station, my Merry and Bright. Well, that is it for today, you guys. Be sure to subscribe and come back. I've got a lot of Christmas crafts that I can't wait to share with you.